I know, 3 weeks. I was counting. Life got in the way for me, so I just took a little hiatus, got myself together, and I will talk about more of that when we go ahead and do this video. What is this video about, Maria? Talk quick. So I'm going to try a new foundation. This is going to be a review of the foundation. I'm going to put it on now, and then I'll wear it for a few hours today, go about my business, do some more videos, do things like that, walk the dogs, you know, outdoors, indoor stuff, and then come back and give you guys a review, first time review of this product later on in the afternoon. So full disclosure, none of this was given to me or gifted to me or anything like that. This is a non-sponsored, as always, video. I'm very rarely sponsoring things these days. I just don't feel like I need to. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this on. And what am I talking about? It's the Revlon Colorstay Light Cover Foundation. I just happened to see this in my Publix the other day. I did unwrap it already so I can, you know, take the top off and everything, but I've not used it yet. It kind of intrigued me. It's a light coverage. It's the summertime. I just wanted something light feeling, something I can just smack on my face, go to work with now that we don't have to wear masks anymore. Hallelujah. That is a wonderful thing. So I can start wearing some form of makeup now and a little bit of everything, and I don't feel hideous hidden under a mask. And I couldn't wear, you know, lipstick. I couldn't really wear blush. I couldn't wear foundation without it transferring over to the mask, so bleh, it was a bad thing. All right, and while I'm doing this, so I'm going to put this on my face. I'm going to get ready with you guys, and I'm going to kind of fill you in on what's been happening. I might put some you know, little clips or videos or pictures of things as I'm talking about it. Not everything, of course, that has been going on, but mainly like my vacation and things like that. My kitchen floor that has been a disaster in the making. So a lot of things have been going on in my life, guys, and I just wanted to unburden myself to you guys as I'm doing my makeup and putting things on. So I'm going to be putting my little headband back. There we go, my gorgeous little tchotchke headband. I just got out of the shower, literally, so this is kind of damp still. My hair is still a little bit damp, but you know, we're working with what we have here, and hopefully my lights are okay. Let me know. And this is my face. I wanted to show you. This is the only thing that I've put on my face that I got out of the shower. It's the Soy Balm Water Gel. I love this, guys. I have been using this and using this and using this. Let's see how much I have left over. About that much left over. I don't know if you can see it. It's about halfway done in the tub. It's a wonderful cream. I just love putting it on. I use a tiny amount to hydrate my skin after I get out of the shower and before I put on any makeup. Okay, so let's pop into this sucker here. The color, I will tell you, is 150 Buff, and this was about, I'll look it up online, but I think it wasn't that expensive. Maybe $8.99, $9.99 at Publix. Wasn't an expensive thing. It sounds, can you hear that? I'm putting it near the microphone. It sounds pretty watery. I don't even know if this is a pump. I don't know what this is. So here you go. Oh, it's a squirty bottle. Well, that's interesting. Kind of reminds me of another, I'll have to look up what it reminds me of. It's another foundation that's kind of squirty like that. I know I bought it at Ulta, but I can't remember the brand of it, but there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna, I guess what I need to do is just, hold on a second, okay, there you go. My video thing just went black on me. I have a tendency, for these screens to go black on you, you know, if you don't touch the monitor or touch the mouse. And I've got my my trusty mirror down here. In fact, I'm going to move it over a little bit for you guys so I don't look like I'm totally running off the edge of the video here. And I will put some on here and just smear it. There we go. So yeah, what has Maria been up to? Oh my gosh. First off, I went on vacation. So that was a really nice thing. It was really, really good to get out of town. This was at the end of, what's now? It's beginning of July. So this was beginning of June. Yeah, like the first or second week of June. I think it was the second week of June. And we decided to drive down to St. Augustine. I had never been there, but I heard so many nice things about it, and you know, wanted to check it out. It is a place that we might consider for retirement, so definitely something that we're seriously looking into as far as demographics, cost of living, economy, things like that. Okay, I'm going to take a wet sponge and start at it here, guys. And let me know if the lights are, I mean, I see myself pretty good here, but I don't know if it's a little too light for you guys, but I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, so we wanted to check it out. We wanted to see, you know, the weather, people, shopping, economy, things to do, that kind of stuff. So we drove down there, and it's about, well, we went to Gainesville first and spent a little time with family, but from Gainesville we went down to St. Augustine, so that was like another, I would say like an hour and a half, 2 hours kind of thing. Nice, pleasant, you know, ride. Not major freeways or anything, just kind of the side roads kind of driving, which is always nice. I get to spend time chit-chatting with my husband and everything. So we got in and, you know, checked into our hotel and everything, and, you know, started looking around. So if you guys are familiar with St. Augustine, the old town is smack down there, you know, downtown. It's not a big place. And, you know, it's kind of almost like, if you can imagine like an old town, like a Bourbon Street. The roads are, there are a number of roads that are shut down, so they are for pedestrian only. Very small, quaint shops, boutique shops, a lot of course, you know, tourist souvenir shops, tchotchkes, things like that. Nice restaurants, really good places to grab a meal, grab lunch, grab dinner. I'm going in a little extra down here, by the way, just to let you guys know here. So yeah, just a really nice place to you know, browse and people watch and walk around and things like that. I really enjoyed it, and the only thing I didn't enjoy was the heat and humidity, which was like being in a sauna. Seriously. I guess I am not used to the Florida weather anymore, but it was just, it was just like being in a sauna. Honestly, just like being in a sauna. I'm going to put a little down my neck just so I blend it in. It looks like this color is spot on for me. I see it blending in completely into my skin tone. So this is definitely one of the better, you know, purchases that I have made. It looks a little bit light on camera if I'm looking at it, just a little bit, but when I'm looking at it here in the mirror, it is definitely a really nice color. In fact, let me try to dim these lights. Hang on a second, guys. See if that helps you guys. Does that help you guys a little better to see it, or is that too much? Maybe a little bit more light. I'm trying to see, you know. Yeah, I think yeah, let me throw it up just a little bit. See, you never know. These lights are kind of funky in that you just never know what you get till you sit down and start to film, and I want you guys to get the most accurate, you know, rendition of how this is going. So this looks really good to me. This looks like a lot of what I'm seeing here in my natural light here. So yeah, so here it is, you know, coming in, and it's got a really nice matte finish. I can tell right now that it's pretty matte. It's not shining, even though I put on a little bit of that hydrated moisturizer, which is not oily or anything. It's very gel water based, so it's not going to do anything funky for my my skin, you know, to basically not get an accurate reflection of what the makeup is doing. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so there it is right now. Yeah, so back to my story. So the oppressive heat was the only thing that was a deterrent. I found it very, very hard to walk around for hours and hours and be a tourist and look at everything. And after an hour or two and sweating like a hog, I was like, I'm done. I am done. All I want to do is go into a you know, a cold environment, and let me see, mirror here. All I want to do is go into a cold environment and chill, you know. So where did we go? We went to a really nice restaurant called the Columbia, and I'll try to put some pictures over here of you know, our food plates and some of the souvenirs and things that we got there. They actually had a souvenir shop inside of this restaurant, so you could buy salt and pepper shakers and spoons and like t-shirts and mugs and things like that. Apparently it's a very historic, older restaurant, and it serves Latin food, so Cuban food but also Latin food. It was amazingly good, and you know, we had to have a reservation. And the other thing was that it would rain every single day like clockwork between like 4:30 and 5 o'clock until about 6:30. And so you had to plan your day, go out in the morning, do your touristy outdoor stuff so that you didn't get, you know, completely drenched, completely rained on, to the effect that when we went to the Columbia restaurant and it was raining, and it was continually raining, it didn't let up. I decided not to bring my nicer pocketbooks, my leather pocketbook. I actually I have like a dupe of a Longchamp that's, you know, like a vinyl type of tote. And basically that's what I went to this really nice restaurant just with a vinyl tote, because I said to myself, I am not going to ruin my my Coach bag in the pouring rain. It's just not going to happen. Let me tell you what I'm putting on, and this is also new, by the way. This is Maybelline Fit Me, and it's in blush. It's called Blush number 25. I picked this up along with the Revlon Colorstay, and this is pretty true to the color here. It's a beautiful subdued pinky blush, just very, very nude, very nice. Just gives you a little flush, but nothing, you know, va va voom. It's not for night. It's really for, you know, for just going out during the day. And it's just giving me just a little something to put it together. Okay, I'm gonna do my let's see, my eyebrows next. Yeah, so we had a really good time other than the weather. And we did go on one of these little trolley tours, which takes you through downtown and allows you to, you know, they give you like a historical tour as they run around downtown, and they make various stops along the way, so you can go ahead and hop on and hop off as you want to, so you can, you know, enjoy certain areas of that downtown historic area and then hop back on the train. Now, in theory, that would work out okay, right? In theory, except for one thing. Everybody was on that train and didn't do much hopping off, just kind of stayed on the train. So we had to really plan out and strategize where we want to go ahead and hop off and where we want to hop back on, because certain tram, and these were trams, okay, that's the eyebrow going on, certain trams stations were like really popular and were packed and had about, you know, maybe 10 people waiting just to hop on the tram. Now, there's not going to be 10 seats available on any of these tram rides. So, you know, so people were waiting in that heat, in the humidity for like 20, 30 minutes, because the trams would come by once every 15 minutes. And, you know, so the odds of you actually getting, especially if you're a family of 3 or 4 or 5 people, you know, there were some people there that were larger families, and for them to get a all fit on the tram at the same time was really a challenge. I mean, there was one lady that had complained at one of the stops, and I think it was, if you guys know anything about St. Augustine, there's like a brewery, like a distillery, and this poor lady with her mom, elderly mom, had been, there are benches, so you don't, you know, on some of these stops there are some benches you could sit at, but she had been sitting there for a better part of an hour, and she could not get on a tram to save her life. And she was complaining, you know, my mom is out here and it's hot, when is the next tram going to come up? And I guess the tram drivers are accustomed to that, and they are they have a pat answer all the time. Yes, another tram will be along in a few minutes that will take you, ma'am. You know, this other tram will be there a few minutes, and I will call a tram for you. I will call and make sure that a tram comes by. They never called. I was on that tram for, you know, an hour, and they had made several stops. They never called anyone for backup to provide extra tram service to get these people out of the hot sun. So, you know, that's a kind of a ding on the whole process. You've got to really, again, plan out where you're stopping, where you're starting, where you're going to be jumping on and off. And yeah, you gotta just walk around. And I told my husband, I said, at that point, I would be calling myself an Uber. I would not be waiting for the tram to show up any longer. I would be calling myself an Uber, because especially with an elderly person, for, you know, accompanying an elderly person in the heat, I would just go, screw this tram, you know, fee. And the trams and the whole tram tour thing is not inexpensive. I think it's like, I think we paid something like $25 or $30 a person just to do the tram thing. Now they throw in some extra freebies, like they'll throw in, there's this, it's called the Old Town kind of depot area where you all meet up, and there's like a couple of freebie museums you can look at, St. Augustine stuff, and there's like a jail, an old jail that you can look at. There's a lot of character actors that are the tour guides on these, like the old jail. The guy was dressed in old prison attire, you know, with the stripes down, and was all scruffy, and the way he talked and everything, just to present like he's a, you know, a jail parolee from like the 1800s, and was kind of like fake yelling at people, and, you know, just doing his acting part, which was kind of cool. But so they throw in a couple of these freebie things for you to look at, but for the most part, you're paying for the tram to go around town and talk about the old history of the town, and then basically make the stops and starts and all of that, which again was not working out very well for a lot of people. But we were lucky. We got on, we got off pretty much very safely, and you know, we're able to see, oh gosh, it's starting to thunder out there. We were able to see, you know, most of the sites and walk around. Again, if you know anything about St. Augustine, they do have a fort there. And that was one of the things we drove by all the time, but we just didn't have time to pay the ticket and go in and walk around there. You could only do so much. Now, we were there 3 nights. Yeah, 3 nights. We were supposed to be there 4 nights. And here comes the next story. The day before we were supposed to leave, actually the night before of that day, my son gets the brilliant idea of breaking his leg. So, luckily, my father, we had flown my father up here to stay and babysit the house, because I wouldn't leave my house alone under the care of my son. And that's another story for another day. But aside from that, we fly up my dad, and lo and behold, my son breaks his leg. So I was not going to give up my one and only 1-year vacation that I get and work so hard for, because he broke his leg. And we're not talking about a toddler. We're not talking about a young child. We're talking about a 26-year-old man-child. So, you know, it's going to happen. He's going to just stay in bed anyway, and he's going to have a cast on anyway. So it was his decision. He did stupid things, and he tripped, you know, on a sidewalk or something and broke it. So I didn't have too much sympathy for him. I mean, I felt bad for the pain, but, you know, that's that. We ended up and we went, and that was it, you know. Yeah, and we had an okay time, but we did shorten it by a day to come back earlier, actually by 2 days to come back earlier, just to make sure everything's okay. Hang on a second. Let me shut my video, bring in my dog, because it's about to pour out here, and then I will continue with my story. Hang on. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. Yeah, it was raining out pretty bad. I had to bring in the dog really fast. All right, where was I? All right, so, yeah, so son, broken leg, went to St. Augustine anyway, blah, blah. Okay, so all of that is done. Let's move on with the next tragedy. The next tragedy that happened was my kitchen floor, and I'm going to insert a picture over here as I'm talking about it. But basically, we did not realize that our refrigerator was leaking from underneath, and we couldn't figure out where the water was coming from, but there was some moisture coming, and we have engineered hardwoods downstairs, so by the kitchen as well, and we had put them in, like, I don't know, 3 years ago, maybe, not more than that. Let me tell you this one. This is L'Oreal Paris. I'm trying to tell you the it's 997 Eternal Sunshine. So that's what I'm gonna put on my eyelids. Again, very, very neutral light thing. I'm not going drastic and heavy today. So yeah, so we had this leak, and we couldn't figure out if it was coming from underneath the floor, as in, you know, one of our pipes burst, or if it was coming from the fridge. I mean, we could not tell for the life of us where this leak was coming from, but it was definitely happening, and it kept happening and kept happening. And to my chagrin, my wood floors were not soaked, but you could tell every day there was creepage underneath the floorboards. You could tell things were puffing up like a sponge. You could tell that the wood floor was taking on some sort of moisture water, but you didn't know from where. It was driving me crazy. It was driving me so depressed. Honestly, if anything can depress me, that depressed me, because what I don't want is, you know, to ruin this floor. And I basically saw my money being flushed down the toilet because I saw this. And so we called actually a plumber and a refrigerator. Well, we called a plumber, and we called a like a home repair handyman guy to come out basically the same day, almost to tell us, okay, where is this coming from, what is happening, what's going on. And the plumber went throughout our crawl space, went throughout our house, looked at everything, and he's like, I can't find a leak anywhere on any of your plumbings. Your plumbing is fine. There's nothing happening with your plumbing, but I do see what you're talking about with this moisture. And I'm just like, we need to move the refrigerator from, you know, the back of the wall to see what is going on. So finally they all did. They moved it, and he was looking, and luckily the handyman guy showed up like maybe 30 minutes after the plumbing guy showed up. So they were looking at it together, and the handyman guy, once the refrigerator was out of there, okay, that's the eyeshadow, okay? Once the refrigerator guy was out, well, once the plumber guy was out, and the refrigerator guy, not the refrigerator, the handyman guy looked at everything, and he was just kind of upset along with me. He's like, oh my God, these floors are being ruined. You know, we've got to figure out. I mean, they were really sweet. Everyone was so concerned because of the damage that was being done, and couldn't figure out what was happening, right? So yeah, they finally said it was the refrigerator. It's leaking from somewhere, but it's the refrigerator. It's nothing else. It's not our house. It's not the plumbing, which is good news, bad news. You know, the good news is I'm not going to have to spend thousands of dollars to figure out where the leak is coming from in our pipes, and take everything apart, then fix all the pipes and everything, because we're talking thousands of dollars there. But still, the refrigerator, which is about 10 years old, and it's a Maytag, it has had one issue prior to this a few years ago, and it was something to do with the freezer, one of the coils, you know, was freezing up, and that also had some, I think it didn't work anymore. Like the freezer area was not cold anymore, so all of our stuff started to melt. But we had fixed that, and we had no more concerns with the Maytag refrigerator up until now. So, to be continued. Super Skinny Eye Marker, NYX. So that's this one here. Oh, I'm not the best at showing things off, guys. I do like it, and hopefully I'll get this on without making myself look like a bizarro person, and that's how the tip is. The tip is really, really nice. I like it. So yeah, so, you know, there they were. Hang on, I can't talk and do this at the same time, guys. There they were, trying to figure out and coming to the conclusion that it is definitely the refrigerator. So then we finally called out the refrigerator repairman. what is it, the Maytag repairman, right? Who came out and looked at it, and as soon as he popped the back open, he saw that our, and I don't do wings really good, by the way, he saw that our tube or something that went to make the ice, and the ice machine was making it right then and there when he was looking at it, had a leak in it, and basically it was leaking water onto our there you go, onto our floor. And he actually observed it. Hang on, guys. You know, one hand's always worse than the other. There we go. I'm trying to be steady and concentrate. So yeah, so he saw it. He actually saw it happening, and he was like, "Yep, the part's gonna take like there we go. Good. I know one's a little wonkier than the other. I'm not a pro at this, you know that, right? You guys know the drill, but I try my best to entertain you at least. Yeah, so he said he has to order the part. Part's not expensive. I mean, it's like 20 bucks. And he'll put it in. But that still leaves the damage on the floor. And I'm going to insert the damage over here on the floor so you can gasp when you see it. It's not for the faint-hearted, as you will see. And yeah, so between that, between my son breaking his leg, you know, and then of course the good parts, which was the St. Augustine trip, I was in this horrendous funky mood of I can't even concentrate on YouTube videos. I can't act like I'm normal. I can't act like I have nothing going on and put on the big smile and be up and happy-go-lucky and chit-chat with you guys and all that. I've never been that type of person. I can't put on the fake face, and if I have poop going on in my life, you know, I wear it on my sleeve. I wear it on my shoulder, and you know, and that's just the way I present, okay? And I'm sorry, you know, that I had to take some time, but I had to take some mental break for myself and get my life together before I would come on and, you know, even discuss all of this that's happening. But, so baby steps right now are, oh, let me put on my lipstick, by the way. This is the Revlon Ultra 4D Matte Lip Color, and let me see if I've got a color here. Embrace. It's called HD Embrace. Okay, there's that one. And again, this is really true to color now. Very pretty. My lips have been dry. So that's what's been happening. Now we just have to fix the refrigerator, like I said, when they come out. And then the handyman person will come and assess how he can replace some of the wood. Now we do have, luckily, we had a box, not a whole box, but a box left of the exact wood that we used. So we had leftover from when they had put the wood in. So we did have that in the garage, so he was able to snap a picture of the part number, you know, the style and all of that. Empire put it in. There we go. I think we're all done. Empire put it in, so I'm not sure, because it was, like I said, about 3-4 years ago now. I'm hoping that that floor has not been discontinued. I'm hoping that they can match it as close as possible. I know even with the new wood, it will probably not be 100% matched because of different production lines and different things that happen. But I'm really, really, really hoping that that will be the case. If not, I have some decisions to make, guys. I have decisions to make as to do I just cut up and reinstall the entire kitchen with another type of material, like maybe they said luxury vinyl is okay, or maybe tile, something that is durable, something that is kind of waterproof. My nightmare is that I'm going to go through this process and I'm going to spend thousands of dollars redoing the kitchen or putting back these wood floors, and lo and behold, my refrigerator will do something different, and or the dishwasher, and it's going to start to leak again, and I will just lose it at that point. I'm just literally, you know, mark my words, I am going to lose it at that point, because to go through this again and have it happen maybe a few months later, I'm just not going to tolerate myself emotionally very well. So yeah, so I'll check in with you guys. I'll definitely do like an update video on my life and let you guys know what happened. But that's where I stand right now. I'm getting back to doing the videos because it does give me enjoyment, and I love talking to you guys, and I hope that you enjoy my videos and love listening to me. I feel like we're, you know, great buddies and friends, and you know, hopefully I've only had positive interactions with you guys, and you know, about my life stories and all of that. You guys have really good comments and everything. So it is now about 2 o'clock. Let me look at my, there's my my time. I don't know if you guys can see it because it is, well, hang on a second. No, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's 2 o'clock. It's 2:04. I know I have like a Coach background in it, so you guys probably don't see it that well. But I'm going to come back later in the afternoon and let you guys know how this is wearing. So far, let me take a look here in my mirror. I do like what I'm seeing. It's definitely matte. I can see it over here that it's definitely matte. Let me take my little thing and look even further. There we go. Yeah, I can definitely see it's matte, but it is not dry in any way. I think it's really, really pretty. And it's just giving me very light coverage, just ever so light of a splash of color. And I'm looking down on my mirror, I know, not looking at you guys, but just trying to assess it. Yeah, I really like it so far, so we'll see how this holds up. I hope you enjoyed my little chat and my kind of get ready with me chat. It's like a chat, get ready with me, review kind of thing. It's like chicken soup. It's got a, you know, a lot of different elements in it, let's just say. So I'll be back this afternoon, later this afternoon. I'll give you guys my update on how I like it. Again, so far so good. Revlon Colorstay Light Cover Foundation. So again, I will put this up here for you guys so you can snap a picture or whatever you want to do so you can see it. And, you know, and I'll put links down below. If I find it on Amazon or anything, I'll put a couple of links to these products below. Again, they are you know, affiliate links, so I do make a little coin off of it. Not that I make coin off of much of anything, but you know, I just want to disclose that in case you have issues with that. If not, you can find it anywhere. Like I said, you can walk into Publix or Walgreens or, you know, CVS, anywhere. It's available anywhere, you know, probably in the entire United States and probably Canada as well. Okay. All right. So hang on. I'll be back shortly and I will give you my update, guys. Okay, guys, I am back for my final review of this. It is close to 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's like 6:45 or something. And we're warming up our leftovers from dinner yesterday, and that is all we're going to do. I have been editing some videos and just basically hanging around the house. It's been raining all day today, so I know I was going to walk the dogs further, or, you know, further than just my front yard to have them do their job, but I decided not to because it was really, really raining. So, okay, so here are my thoughts on this foundation. First of all, let me get in pretty close. As you can see that there is some oil buildup on my forehead, if you can see that. And let me just swipe my forehead here and see if there's any very minimal foundation transfer that's right on here. I don't see anything eminent. So it is hanging on my face pretty well. Down my nose here, there's been just a little oil, but it's just peeking through. But overall, I literally napped on this foundation. I have been doing a lot of work. Like I said, I have been doing a lot of things that I need to take care of. So I did take about a 45-minute nap and snoozed, fully makeup, and did not transfer on my pillow, thank goodness. But this is me after the nap, and I'm a side sleeper, so my cheeks did hit the pillow, and I don't think it's really that bad at all. I think it stayed on very well. I don't see any creases in my lines here that I can tell. Really nothing, maybe a little wipe off over here, maybe with the pillow, but I don't see anything on my nose. I don't really see anything really bad happening. Where is it? Oh, here. So I think that has held up. The only thing I would do differently, and I might go back and buy another bottle, is I think with the sun, and especially after my vacation and everything, I think my skin tone is a bit darker, and I think this is a little bit too light on me from what I'm seeing on my neck. If you can see the neck area versus over here. It does have, I believe, some sunscreen on it. I'll double check for you guys. So it might be just the flashback of the lights making it lighter, but I do notice on camera that my skin seems to be a lighter shade than when I look at it in the mirror. So I'm just thinking it might be just the lights in the camera, doing a number on me. But I'll definitely check about the sunscreen. I believe there is some sunscreen, but I'll definitely check on that. But I would maybe get one shade darker for the summer for myself, is what I am thinking. And I'm definitely going to use this foundation. I do give it a thumbs up. I think it's a beautiful foundation. It just has that silky glow to it, nothing overly, highlighted or anything like that. Just really nice from what I see in the monitor. So I'm really impressed with it. I think it wore very, very well. I've worn it like now, what, 6 hours, about 6-ish, 5-ish, 6-ish hours. And like I said, sleeping on it, working throughout the house, being outside, doing a little bit of activity outside and with the dogs, and then coming back, and it being a pretty humid day today, it definitely went through its paces. I do notice like a little bit of I don't know if this is like I feel it's a bump, like a little something. I can't put my finger on what it is, but that peeked through. Might be a tiny abrasion of some sort, or something, like I scratched myself. That peeked through a little bit, but other than that, again, it's not full coverage. It's not even medium coverage, it's light coverage. But yeah, I really like it, guys, and I didn't feel it wasn't like a heavy weight on me, like I'm dying to take off this makeup because it's so heavy on me. It was actually a very, very nice coverage on me. So that's my review of it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it ran a little long, but I did want to, you know, make it fun and get you, you know, involved in my life and what I've been doing, and catch you up a little bit on my lifestyle and what's been happening to me. And hopefully I'll be getting back into the swing of things and putting up some more videos. And I think, you know, most people need a break. I think everybody needs a break from their everyday, you know, activities. And I think it felt really good for me to definitely get away and go to St. Augustine. Plus, just take a mental break from a lot of these things. And, you know, when life happens on you, you know, you just have to step back and get your priorities right as far as what you're going to do. Obviously, my 9-to-5 job is very important, and my family is very important. And, you know, everything else, unfortunately, I run out of time for. So sometimes it happens, and, you know, and then we just kind of get back into the swing of things when you can. So I love you guys very much. Please give this a thumbs up if you can, and please share it to friends if you can, especially if they're in the market for a foundation and want a review on it. And please subscribe if you haven't. I would love to have you as part of my family. We're all very supportive here and very positive community here, my little tribe of people here on YouTube. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's life according to Maria, all underscored. I'll put it down here so you'll see it. And I post really quick things up there. I have still been active up on Instagram, even though I haven't been very active on YouTube these past few weeks, but I do try to post on Instagram a few times a week and do some videos and stories and regular posts. So you will see my behind the scenes life as it evolves. So you can definitely keep in touch with me there, and you know, leave me comments and everything. I sure appreciate you guys doing that. And that's it. I love you guys very much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.